Learners Enhancement Program, a continuous improvement project of Navotas National High School. The school year 2015-2016, Navotas National High School has embarked on a project that uses a continuous improvement approach in order to effectively address the identified needs of the grade 10 students and consequently improve their academic performance as measured by the National Achievement Test. The Continuous Improvement Team, led by Dr. Maria Cristina A. Robles, has used a 10-step process to deeply understand and appropriately address the gap. Using baseline information to map out the current state process, the team has analyzed quantitative and qualitative data. Assessment of data reveals that the school has been experiencing a downward trend in the National Achievement Test performance for the past 3 years. Meanwhile, our 3-year data on failure rate and dropout rate show an upward trend. Examining the quantitative data on the existing grade 10 students' reading abilities, as measured by the Metropolitan Achievement Test, a standardized test, show that grade 10 students have an average reading level of 4.98. This means that most of the learners' reading skills can only be likened to that of grade 4 to grade 5 students. On the other hand, using the McCall-Crabb Reading Assessment Test, a total of 140 students are identified to be needing high-impact instructional intervention to address their reading deficiencies. Mapping the current state reveals the need to innovate the reading intervention program of the school and to roll out a learners enhancement program that focuses on reading development through after-school classes. With the end in mind, the team articulated the following required outcomes. Topmost is the increase in the instructional reading level of the identified 140 grade 10 students. To ensure the success of the program, 100% attendance and participation of the 140 struggling readers and their parents, as well as the 100% commitment of the CI team, the reading teachers, and all stakeholders are needed to make the program work. To make a customized program fit to the need of the clienteles, the team has listened to their voices through focus group discussions and survey interviews. Qualitative data called from the FGD reveals that 36% of the students would want an after-school reading intervention program that provides them food and refreshment and free learning materials. Using the fishbone technique, the team has also identified factors on man, method, environment, and materials that should be proactively addressed in order to ensure the success of the program. A SIPOC analysis, on the other hand, organizes the input and processes needed in order to achieve desired outcomes for the customers. The implementation plan of the Learners Enhancement Program show the tasks and subtasks that need to be carried out, as well as the pain points highlighted using the storm clouds, which need to be anticipated and addressed in order to make a sound implementation of the program. This rigorous planning, following the continuous improvement approach, has enabled the team to develop a solution that is learner-focused, data-driven, process-oriented, and evidence-based. The Learners Enhancement Program aims to uplift the school's NAT performance by providing targeted, comprehensive, and intensive intervention program focusing on reading development. This innovative solution will both provide classroom-embedded intervention and after-school class intervention to improve the academic performance of all grade 10 students. The program has 3 activities. Classroom-embedded intervention includes the 5Q weekly skills practice and the intensive competency building exercises. 5Q weekly skills practice targets and develops students' least mastered competencies and also engages them in meaningful analysis of their test results toward better critical understanding and skills acquisition. This NAT-based drill provides 5 parallel NAT questions anchored on the identified least mastered competencies. This will be undertaken twice a week. Intensive competency building practice is a rigorous academic enhancement program with subject teachers from lower levels tapped to provide targeted and competency-based review sessions for grade 10 students. This aims to break the monotony and familiarity of students to routine class activities and heighten their engagement and sense of responsibility in attaining target learning outcomes. The after-school reading intervention program for grade 10 students aims to improve the reading skills of identified struggling readers who have grade 5 and below reading proficiency levels. Resourcing of food and free learning materials must be secured in order to attract clients and make them motivated in completing the intervention. Schedule of the intervention program is carefully crafted in order to ensure that teachers will have no conflict with their other teaching loads. In addition, teachers will undergo training and capacity building on reading instruction in order to develop lessons and module materials that are appropriate to the needs of the students. In addition, more supportive and rigorous clinical supervision on the part of the department and school heads must also be worked out in order to ensure the success of the implementation of the project. After using continuous improvement framework to make the Learners Enhancement Program, it is hoped that tangible gains on students' academic achievement will be realized.